Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
There we go. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch. Do you guys hear me or not?
Yeah, it's a little light. The music's so loud. You're playing it so long, too. The intro went forever.
Here's the problem. This headset is so finicky over here. I might use that one right there. Can't really hear.
Yeah, you talk, Sip.
Sorry about that, guys.
I hear Sip's great.
1 2
0-1-9er. 0-1-9er. Eagles landed. Eagles landed.
Welcome to early National Signing Day.
Is that what today is?
Yeah, it is. It is early signing day. I can't hear.
It's not early signing day. It's basically signing
Well,
day.
it is.
It's signing
Are
day.
you on the air? Are you on the air?
You guys hear me at all?
No, you're not on the air.
No.
Jake, you are not on the air.
Okay, Sip, we got it. It's okay, Jake.
I'm just going to say what Jake said. Welcome to early signing day.
How about now?
No, yeah.
All right.
So
People keep messing with the microphones.
It's all right.
I think there's
At
buttons for it,
nighttime.
Jake. Just
I
checking.
know. All right.
I don't know.
Sorry for the disastrous
Maybe you don't
start.
come
We're
in.
here, though.
Now I'm off.
No, you're not. You're on. You're on.
I don't hear myself.
You're on.
Okay.
Hey, technology is great, isn't it? It just causes all sorts of issues, but we're here.
We're
Everything's
going back
great.
to the old station.
No, we're here. All right. It is early signing day, which Bill now calls signing day. Now, February, we'll have a signing day still, but this is now
Correct.
the official one. This is the made one today. We will have all sorts of news today to get to. We will dive into that here in a second in terms of times to be focused on. Matt Rule will speak at 10:30 this morning also, addressing signing day.
We'll just call this ESD.
ESD.
It sounds like something you go to the doctor for.
You need some penicillin.
Yeah.
Doc, I think I got ESD.
It's believable.
Yeah.
It's
It
believable.
can happen, Steve.
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
It's believable.
Get some amoxicillin here. She's just fine.
Well, before we get into signing day stuff, anything for idle chit chat off the bat?
Well,
Bill, what do
yeah.
you got today for us?
We got a problem at the house.
A problem?
Surgery. Surgery.
No.
Sugar.
What
Yeah.
happened?
So she ends up getting this thing on her ear. It's like, it's a little. At first, I felt like it feels like a. Maybe was there a tick? Is that it? No, but that's not it. It's late in the year. I said no, and it just keeps. I go to the doctor, the vet, and they're like, well, no, this is what it is, and it'll eventually just go away. Then it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
I'm listening.
So we take her in yesterday. I mean, she had to be put under. He had this thing removed. Now she's got on she has on like this wrap around her head, and then also she's got the cone.
Oh,
She's got the cone.
No.
She has the
horrible.
cone?
Oh, she just plows into stuff all around the house.
Oh,
She's
no.
got the
Oh,
cone.
she's got the cone.
Oh, God.
She's got the
Babe,
cone.
is she okay with it?
No one would be. And like, remember when you said what was the biggest thing that bothered you about Bullet?
The cone.
That you couldn't explain to a dog.
Right.
Here's what's going on.
Yeah. Right.
And so you just look and you're trying to tell her it's okay, you're okay,
They
sugar.
don't know.
They don't know, and all they do is they want the cone off.
Well, I will tell you this. Bullet was strangely okay with
Do
it.
they get better with it as it gets going? I wonder?
Probably. Yeah. He was, I will tell you, Bill, he was strangely okay. Now, he would run into stuff, though.
Oh, right now,
Yeah.
the number of things that gets pounded into it. Just all I tried to get her kennel in here last night. She just,
Well, I just
like, what's
we're
happening?
watching him try to drink out of the bowl.
yeah, the ball is
I
hilarious.
just took it off.
Yeah,
I was taking it on and off a lot.
were you?
That's you can't.
Yeah, you can do that.
Is there a level of confusion, like saying, what's wrong with me?
Oh, the
Sugar?
look in her face. So, and then all of a sudden, so last night I was concerned about how because her day was way off. So I set my alarm for 2:00 in the morning to get up, let her go out and go to the bathroom. So I do that. I get her back in, and her face looking at me like, what'd you guys do to me yesterday? I was on the bed sleeping, chewing on my antlers. Everything was fine.
Huh.
Then all of a sudden today, I wake up. I got a cone on my face. Imagine we had to all wear a cone for.
No, we'd be screwed.
It's a rough deal.
Yeah.
It was. Now it might be an age thing. Bolt's a little older, and he was fine. He was smiling with the cone on.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he'd been in the hospital for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bullet
He got used to it.
Bullet Sipple.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about Sugar.
Yeah. So, but anyway, the surgery went good. All those things went good. So we got her.
She's home.
She's home, and she's okay. It's not life threatening. It's just the cone.
Wow. Yeah. The cone of shame.
The cone of shame.
Yeah, one of my granddaughters, Anna, would call it the cone of shame. He's wearing the cone of shame. I'm like, no, it's not the cone of shame.
But she also has to wear this thing around her head, like around her ears. And it's the funniest looking thing. When you see her, you can't stop laughing. You really can't. And then she knows we're laughing at her too. I know
That
she
hurts.
does. Yeah.
Would you please stifle that? Don't laugh at her.
Well, here's the part that bothers me is that we talk to her as if she's human.
Yeah.
Hey, don't do this, stop, all this like that. Then all of a sudden, the other day, we're in the car. We're going through magical lights.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, my wife and daughter in the back are like, "Sugar, your breath smells like, ASS." Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I said, I go, "Hey, she can hear you.
Yeah.
She knows what you're saying. Don't talk to her like a human.
Hurtful.
Then all
She
of a
knows
sudden
English.
then talk bad about
That's
her.
hurtful.
Yeah. So imagine all of a sudden, Sugar's not feeling good about herself right now.
No.
Making fun of her breath. She's not well. Get the cone on.
Yeah.
We
Come
give her a
on now.
greenie every night.
I mean, dog breath.
Come on.
Dog breath. There's
Dog
a reason.
breath
You
is
can't
dog
really
breath.
fix dog
She's
breath
dog
that well.
food. I mean, that's just enough
What do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
She's a dog.
It's a
So-
dog.
Well, we
All right,
we root for Sugar and hope that she starts feeling better.
Jake, this is where I got to thank Jamie from Bridgeport because he sent that. What do you call that?
Over here.
Yeah.
You got a TV tray
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah, and I got to
In the
thank
box.
him. I got to thank him. He's a long time listener, and I have Jamie. He listens every day. Jamie, I have not opened it, but I look forward to opening it. I haven't had a TV tray since I was a boy.
Yeah, TV. When did this happen?
Yeah,
where have I been?
you made this.
Where have
not
I
a big
been?
deal. You didn't tell Bill about this. I was kind of disappointed.
Well, I didn't know if I should or not.
Why wouldn't you?
Well,
Here's a package.
yeah, there's a package right over there. I'm just going to take it today. I was going to take it quietly.
TV. I told you back in
We can open it.
when you went into in the 70s into everyone's house, everyone had a rack of TV trays.
A rack.
A rack. It was a rack. It was a rack.
A rack.
It
Yeah,
was like, and then
we had three. I think.
yeah, if it is a rack, and then if you had the ones that were wooden, then that means like, well, your dad had a job that was insane.
Yeah.
You'd have really get the wooden ones. Yeah,
TV trays. All men in our house was somebody was sick usually because you
it
could
is,
eat in the living room.
yes.
Yeah.
Get the TV tray
Yeah,
out.
just crop off.
So
the couch.
thanks to Jamie and Bridgeport for sending you the the TV
Bridgeport.
tray. It's nice.
Yeah,
Nice
I'll be
gift there.
taking that home today. Taking it home today
Okay.
on ESD.
On ESD.
Yeah, we're all okay.
We are fine.
ESD.
We are fine.
ESD.
All right. Well,
Oh, yeah. What's
we
do you
have
have
some
the
news.
sweats?
We
Yeah.
have some news.
What are your what is it?
We have some news. That's are we going to done with chit chat?
Yeah, we are done.
Yeah.
Chat's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Call them to get ahead of your 2024 fertilizer plans. By the way, ESD at Early Signing Day is sponsored by Members Own Credit Union with locations in Beatrice and Lincoln. They have set the stage for success. Get a rewards credit card with low rates and dazzling member services.
Low rates.
Learn more at membersowncu.org. It is time, Sip. You know what this means? This is Bill's first time ever experiencing this.
Oh, no.
This is a signing day tradition, and we have our first signee. So I think I just heard the fax machine fire up. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I did.
I think I did.
No, that's incredible.
Who could it be?
Yeah.
The first signee of the day is none other than Dylan Raiola. If you're worried about the potential drama on signing day, no, he's the first one to sign. It's 6:10 a.m. Central Time. So if you're out there and you were nervous today, hey, deep breath.
Yeah.
Dylan Raiola is officially in. He is in.
How appropriate.
Number one quarterback.
You want
Top
your
quarterback.
Yeah, you want your quarterback.
He
in
must.
first.
So he must have faxed in from Georgia.
Must have faxed in.
Yeah.
Well, here's the reason
He's the
why.
first one.
Here's the reason why. Because on your unless everything's changed in the last whatever 12 months, is that you have, on signing day you sign on. It has to be 7:01. It has to be after 7 o'clock.
Ooh.
You can't
Okay.
sign at 5 a.m.
This is
So
I
it's,
love that. I love
we
this.
we didn't know that.
so it had to be 7:01. So the reason I look at the clock. So in Georgia it was 7:01 when they
7:00.
sent it in. So yes, you have to have And then right away when it comes in, you have to double check everything. Do we have all the signatures, everything on it? And sometimes you're like going like, send it back. They forgot someone did this or something didn't happen.
Sometimes you have to send it back and have to refax it.
Refax.
Do they still get the song?
Yeah, they
Do they still get Who Can It Be Now?
Yeah, because the fax machine is the fax machine.
Okay.
We hear it gets played.
That's interesting. That's inside knowledge.
701.
And we are
sometimes not all the information is not on like signatures lacking.
It's just a simple mistake.
Yeah.
But when it comes through, it's always like this, like, so what there is there's a compliance person that is at each signing day. So now it doesn't come through fax, obviously, whether it's through email, however you get it. TikTok. I don't know what they do. I don't know. I like TikTok. I think it's TikTok. I do. So anyway, they get it on TikTok. They get their and then there's a compliance person sitting there, and they go through everything. They give the thumbs up, which means now that they are cleared to be talked about. You now have their information there. They're officially signed. Then you can discuss them openly if that happens. That's why you want to wait all the way. That's why you want to have the press conference always at 10:30, 11, whenever everything comes in. I would say this: every head coach, like the day before signing date, like there's a meeting like around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it's always like, have your guys' stuff in by 7 a.m. I mean, so it's not. So everything comes in usually pretty quick. And all of a sudden, it's always like about, it's 8:04. So and so's in. No, he's getting up. He's getting up. I'll get him in a second. But if they come in and they're missing a signature, you get the eye roll, like something's wrong, something's awry here, like that, something's going down.
Stress.
I think that's why, again, if you're a Nebraska fan who was concerned about some shenanigans happening on signing day with Raiola, which is understandable to have that concern,
100.
You take a deep 100 sigh of relief right now, because Dylan Raiola is not just signed. He's the first person to send his LOI in today, fax it in, letter of intent for Nebraska. So
it's a good look too, right? It's a good look for your 5-star QB to be the first one in. It's a good look.
I think so.
He's the leader.
Absolutely.
You want that position to be a leader. It may just be total happenstance that it occurred like that, but I kind of still like the look, even if it is.
If this is your first time ever listening to Early Break on signing day,
or first time ever,
or just listening to the show
first
in general,
time ever,
welcome. First of all, welcome. We appreciate that. But you will hear throughout the show the fax machine to inform the people that's officially that that the players have signed.
There was also a tweet or a text or something came by that was mentioning, like, if someone's randomly just driving through, listening to the station, driving a semi through, whatever, listen to it
out on the interstate,
and all of a sudden they catch FDIC.
Midwest.
They got to be going like, this is incredible. The
Where's this place at?
Where's this place at?
I'm going up to this Creighton place.
I honestly think about those guys out there that they might be looking for talk radio as they're driving through out on the interstate.
Yeah.
I hope they stay with us. Hey, if you're out there right now, you're whipping through on
Breaker 19
and you stumble on the ticket, listen for another 20 minutes before we fade out.
you can pick us up about 10 miles outside of town at Gretna. We're done.
So listen closely. The app,
listen closely. Drive if the show's good, drive slow.
Just pull over.
Just keep turning around. Do a loop or something. Do a loop
around town.
Do a loop like they do in Creighton.
Get on it.
What else you got? Any others coming in?
In terms of what to expect today, people are saying, okay, 25 verbal commits for Nebraska. Number one.
So far, yeah.
Raiola is in. Now you have some drama today, potential additions.
Are you faking drama? Don't
I'm not
say
faking
that.
drama,
I think
Bill.
you are, because there's been no talk of drama.
There's been no talk of
it.
Like major drama.
This is your own drama. Save the drama.
There are three
for
players
your
that have not signed yet at places or committed to Nebraska. Vincent Shavers, a linebacker from Miami, is going to announce where he's going at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Per Husker Online's Brian Munson, they believes that Nebraska is the favorite.
His
for
first name again?
Vincent Shavers, a linebacker from Miami, visited this past weekend.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Larry Tarver, a cornerback also from Miami.
Corner.
Right now, a Maryland commit, but he is between Maryland and Nebraska. He will announce officially at 8 a.m. this time.
Stuff going on.
And Amare Sanders, a defensive back, also from Miami.
Good job.
Nebraska is apparently the leader in the clubhouse for him, among other schools, Penn State's in that conversation. But 11 a.m., you will hear about Amare Sanders, a defensive back from Miami. So, I mean, it's not the drama of a five-star quarterback or receiver, but there's some potential additions, and that comes back to Bill's big questions about numbers for the class. How do you fit these
I don't
guys?
have the answers here. I mean,
I don't either.
You have to have the answers. This is your area. You're on three.
I don't. But
That's
I don't
your specialty.
Well, Matt, I don't think Matt Rule would have the answers. So Sipple is probably not going to have them. We'll ask him today, though. I mean, we'll ask. I mean,
I would a study I've always wanted to do or see done. Now I wouldn't want to do it because I want to put the time in. It'd be so hard to do, but someone from On3 could do it. Someone, a Schaefer could probably go back and do it. I would love to have the history. So I have a hypothesis on it of signing day and the big elaboration and what hat are they going to get? The fake, pick up a hat, pick up another hat, fake this, put this hat on. I'd love to be able to do a history on how their career went. Because I know a lot that didn't go well. They made there's a lot, and there's probably something because usually the dudes they just sign, or the day of they sign, but they just sign. You know, it's not all this different stuff. Right. You know, with it, and so that stuff,
the rigmarole, drives
me nuts. I was recruiting a young man actually here in Nebraska during my middle section, and I'm watching the All-American game, and it was some that I had stopped recruiting because he had. The answer was 0. It'd be 0, -0 chance of being eligible.
Oh.
But at the All-American game, at the All-American game, he did a complete hat thing.
Oh God!
And it was, and then he picked the hat up. Parents are crying.
Oh God!
People are at that, and I'm looking at it going like, he's got no chance to ever play. Never did.
It is no wonder you are so cynical.
And so it's good. I'm watching on TV, and I'm going like, did anyone mention?
He's not eligible.
He has no chance.
He has 0 chance of being eligible.
Yeah.
Question over
so maybe hold those tears back a little bit. Or maybe you're crying because you know he's not eligible.
This
is a one big moment right here.
I wonder they just left the room just going like, "Oh, that was fun. That was our 5 minutes of fun."
You know, Jake, is this class real quick? No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I just heard my machine.
Oh God, go!
Did you hear that, Bill? You hear the machine?
I thought I heard something.
Yep. There it is.
It's my stomach.
Yeah.
The second person to commit this morning at the sign the LOI is Jakori Barney, wide receiver from Miami, Florida, Miami Palmetto, 6 foot 160, a 3-star per On3.
He's the
Jakori Barney.
He's the 52nd ranked player in Florida, and he'd be about the, Bill knows his stuff. These websites assign grades to these kids. He would be the 8th ranked player in the class if it stands the way it is. So yeah, Jakori Barney, that's a big one. It's a big one. Receiver, 3-star. Good job, Jake. So the class.
Thank the fax machine, not me.
The class. If I had to pick two things that I would highlight is Dylan Raiola, number 1. But also I like the fact that they got the number 1 player in Nebraska, the number 1 player in Iowa, and the number 1 player in Hawaii. We don't mention Preston Taumua. It's Taumua. Bill, help me. Taumua. We don't mention him probably enough. He's the number 1 player in Hawaii. He's an offensive lineman, probably an inside offensive lineman. So I like that. I like that they got the number 1 player in Nebraska, Carter Nelson, the number 1 player in Iowa, Grant Bricks, and Preston Taumua from Hawaii. Good. They only got 1 defensive lineman though, and I'll ask Rule about that today. They out of all those guys, it's 25 right now, and it could be to 28. There's only 1 D lineman.
Who is that D lineman?
The kid from Elkhorn.
Okay.
And I don't understand. I don't understand it, except that you would say they had a fairly big D line class last year.
That player is Ashton Murphy. You're talking about.
Yeah, Ashton Murphy,
3-star, 6'5", 242 from Elkhorn.
Jake, thank you.
You're welcome.
The last year they got Van Poppel and Vincent Carroll Jackson and Sua Lefato, Elijah Judy out of the portal. I would consider Cam Lenhart a D lineman, although you might say edge guy. It starts bleeding into one another a little bit. Maybe you'd consider Prince Well a D lineman, Maverick Noonan, Kai Wallin, probably Wallin actually. So I'll ask Rule about that. I'll ask him about somebody will ask him about the numbers, Bill. It's just really that's
just
a fascinating thing.
Oh,
it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's just not a deal where it's like, what are we doing? It's like, no, it's just interesting to me.
Yeah. Explain this out. How do you get down to 1 to 85?
Yeah,
it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So anyway,
but again,
it's a good class. It's ranked. I mean, I think
right now per On3, it's 22nd in the nation. 22nd.
Thank you, Jake.
Is the class ranking. We'll see if that changes if they add 3 more guys today. As again, guys I mentioned who potentially could commit to Nebraska, but as of right now, 22nd ranked class.
And I think it'd be 4th in the Big Ten. I think it's kind of hard to figure out sometimes because they're in flux all the time. These classes. I'm gonna say 4th, Jake. You might say 6th.
I've got them at 6th.
Okay.
Per on 3.
4th,
your employer.
4th, 5th, or 6th.
Where you work every day.
I just I'm going. It says on3.com on email.
Access to the computers. You have a code.
I do have access.
You have a login.
I do.
You have a login.
I have a login. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I think they're in good shape right now. I don't think there's going to be any big surprises. Bad, but on the bad side today, where somebody would back out. I've never heard anything like that. It all seems very stable. Rules press conference is actually at 11:30, which is early.
10:30.
Good God, I hope that's wrong. Is that? Are you sure about that?
That'd be a
10:30.
class. Sips are 11:30.
I've been seeing 10:30.
Bueller.
Is it?
If I were you, I'd be there by 10:30.
Okay, that's really early.
So, because as of this morning, I see Matt Rule is at 10:30, and Dylan Raiola, who already committed to Nebraska, signed this morning. He speaks at 12:30.
Okay.
So you can listen to both those. But yeah, Matt Rule's at 10:30.
10:30.
If that has changed, that's in the last 5 minutes somehow.
Okay. 10:30. That's early. I mean,
And you know where to go?
I do.
Okay,
I
so
do.
double check.
Do me and Bill need to take you over?
Keith, man,
need a carriage over
Sip
here.
is off an hour off, and not sure where this is going to
I
be
would
held
kind
at.
of like a driver.
We need
As
a
I get
chariot for Sip over here. Over
I don't
to
need
the
a
stadium.
chariot. Bill's new truck would be good.
Oh,
The
yes.
truck's it's very regal.
I did get a truck.
It's
It looks
regal.
good. It's a good looking
I-
truck.
I want to haul some stuff.
That's
Get off
Come
road.
on, we all knew that.
Get off road.
Here's a good thing about a truck. Now you'll do better than I do. I've always done bad with my trucks in terms of keeping them clean. But you can always say if you start slipping a little bit, say it's a work truck.
Yeah, it's a work truck.
I mean, it's a work
What
truck.
are you doing?
Yeah, mine's gotten really bad. But with a truck, you got a better excuse. So yeah. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Agree.
All right, Jake, what else you got?
I don't have anything else in terms of players committing yet. So we got, again, so far, if you're just tuning in,
And the receiver is from where?
Jakori Barney is from Miami
Why can he fax in now?
because it's past 7:01.
Good job, Bill.
Yes.
So that's
We
why.
were listening.
Thank you,
Yes.
Bill, for the that's good intel. We don't know that if we're not in part of the
Try to do
class
some
there.
things from behind the
I
scenes.
thank you. So again, so far, Dylan Raiola has signed for Nebraska. If you were concerned, you can be calm. He's in, and Jakori Barney, the wide receiver from Miami, also.
Now, who's giving you the
has signed.
information? Who's getting this? Who's
So-
feeding you?
Well,
I
I'm looking
wondered
at the
that too.
Nebraska football account. Helps me out.
Jake
Huh?
he's amazing.
Yeah, he does.
You noticed?
You got to multitask on
You're
days like
doing
this.
4 different things,
Yeah.
This-
including correcting me a few times, which
Yeah.
I welcome. I welcome.
Listen,
I'm not.
when you have the wrong time for the press conference, that's alarming to me. I got to make sure you're
alarming.
not there an hour late and miss the whole freaking thing.
Actually,
Alarming to me.
it'd be incredible if you came in the last 5 minutes thinking you're early. That'd be the best.
It's like the final I missed. God dang it.
Yep.
Haven't gotten better. Under the radar player, Keelan Smith. How about that one? Keelan Smith. Kind of an under the radar. I saw Brian Munson write that on a live chat. I don't know who's under the radar because for me, they're all on the radar. Keelan Smith is Neil Smith's son from Liberty, Missouri.
Great young man.
yeah.
I was there when he was a sophomore. I stopped by the school and saw him.
Really?
Yeah, really good. Yeah,
You're recruiting that area?
yeah. Kansas City.
Interested in Brilan Prud. He was the safety, 6'5". I like 6'5", and 6'5", 200 is good safety. He was the kid they just picked up from the satellite camp in Houston. He had like no offers or very few. I mean, I'd say virtually 0 offers at that point. Picked up a few after Nebraska showed interest. But he's a guy to watch down the line. And then I'm interested in Camden Cook. Somebody was asking me on the live chat. We did a live chat yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah. What?
How do you
Yeah, we just do a live chat.
So you just how's that work?
People just send in questions on the site.
So I can start doing that.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna get some answers from you
I
and Sean.
prefer you not.
I'm doing that. Let us know when that is. I'd like to be
It was 10 o'clock yesterday.
be part of
And
that.
somebody said, why didn't Nebraska go into the portal to get a punter? Well, they have Brian Buschini, but they also have Camden Cook, Jesse Cook's son.
Yes.
So
But hold it. Brian has a year left.
Brian. Yeah,
Buschini.
he does.
Does he?
Absolutely.
How is that possible?
Yeah, he has a year left. He can come
You gotta
back.
have a third
100.
year still?
100.
Really?
100.
I thought no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
100.
That's why COVID is so confusing.
Oh, it's
I
really
did.
confusing.
Everything is messed up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
You
confusing.
don't know who's here. You get an 8-year guy because of COVID.
Yeah, he's definitely back. And I think he announced he's coming back. So, but
Good.
they also
That's awesome. I did not know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
they have but they also have Camden Cook coming in.
Yes.
Go ahead. Oh, jeez.
This is a name you would not see on your list this morning of commits to Nebraska because it just happened right now. Blye Hill
Whoa.
from St. Francis signs
Whoa,
his
there's
LOI
news.
to Nebraska as of this morning. That just happened.
What's his name?
Blye Hill.
Corner.
That
B-L-Y-E.
shouldn't be like huge news, though. Really, right? I mean, his best offer was Nebraska.
Yeah, I
Correct?
mean,
there was.
they start recruiting him late.
No, that I'm not saying there's a bad player. I'm saying that shouldn't be a big surprise. So it wasn't like, well, he was here and he was at Miami the week before, and he's also going to Ohio State, and so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's 6'5" or 6'3" corner.
That's a nice size corner. That's really good.
I like 6'3".
Players like that have played a lot of football. Yes, the matchups are different. I get that, but they've played a lot of football.
St.
And
Francis.
So, yeah, there are so many players right now at the level of NAIA Division II that can play. There's a ton of them, and so and whatever level like that, I never look down on the level of play.
Spell his first name, James.
B-L-Y-E.
I like
Blye Hill.
I love that name.
He's
Blye
from
Hill.
Maryland. He's from Maryland.
From the state
Out
of
of
Maryland.
Baltimore.
His dad played in the NFL for many years. Leroy
Hill.
Yeah, and he played at Clemson, I think Leroy Hill did. So he got some bloodlines. That's kind of news there. It's kind of news.
I like that.
So
That's a veteran player.
again, to recap so far, the three players who have signed. I mean, people are tuning in all the time. This is an important day to keep updated. Dylan Raiola is the first person to sign about 6:10 this morning, which is 7:10 his time, because as Bill said, you can't sign before 7 o'clock. Thank you. That's good intel. We did not realize before today. That's important.
Just trying to add to the show, guys.
Jakori Barney from Miami has signed. And now Blye Hill out of Baltimore, Maryland, has signed with Nebraska, a transfer from St. Francis. So that's your update. We will certainly give you updates throughout the show.
I'm impressed
on
Jake.
that.
I'm impressed with Jake right now.
I've always been impressed with Jake.
Well, I just love this.
Except for sometimes I used to text you back in the day, like, hey, tell Jake to say something interesting. I would text Sipple that.
You know. It's okay.
Hey, Sip,
Say
one
something
thing.
interesting. He'd say it to me, Jake.
I said, yeah.
He'd say it to me too.
Absolutely.
Probably more.
Almost like at least twice a week.
Yeah,
Say something interesting.
for sure.
But
Just say
hey, by
something.
the way, Bill, on the YouTube page, we have a comment here.
Oh,
This,
wow.
this might give you a little.
Is it
bugaboo.
negative?
No, it's not even regarding Nebraska any football at all. It's
Okay.
something you brought up last week, I believe.
Yes.
Jeff says, "Hey, Bill, I'm eating my eggs, sausage, and hot cakes with all on the same plate with syrup right now."
That's fine. I'd slap it out of your hand. And I don't know who you are. And if you
Don't
no,
say
no,
that,
no, I
Jeff.
don't. I have.
Don't say that.
I can't live
fine.
with that kind of stuff.
No, you can.
No, I can't.
You have to.
I know
learn
this.
to.
I can't sit at the same table.
Would you not?
I
Sit
also-
you would not sit at the same table with me then.
No, and I also but that's okay. So I'm not. I don't hate him. I just would never be able to sit with him.
Hate. Wow.
I don't hate him at all. But I would. Or
That's fine.
I
Slap
also
it out of
will
your
not
hand.
sit. I will not sit at the same table as someone eating soup either.
Oh,
Because if I hear once,
that's a good
I
sound
lose
effect.
my mind. I lose my mind. A chowder, I'm okay with someone eating a chowder because they don't have that sound. But if someone does one slurp, I freak out. I'm at another table.
how are you guys with people that eat when they're talking on the phone?
That doesn't really bother me too
Bothers
much.
me. I have
Doesn't
trouble
bother-
with it.
Well,
So-
no,
it's a bugaboo.
Just don't
if
slurp
I'm
soup.
talking to somebody,
Yeah.
yeah. It bothers me.
Yeah,
Bothers me a lot.
bugaboo.
Yeah, big
I
one.
imagine this is something you do all the time.
Well, I try not to because I've noticed how much it bothers me, so I try not to. But yeah, I know there's a
So
person
when
in my
you-
life
when you
who
used to eat
does
on
it.
air. How was that different?
You mean
did that
every
You did that
day.
every day. Every day,
day.
you made a cinnamon roll on air. So I didn't know how you
wolf
thought. That was-
down something over there. I mean,
Yeah, so I'm down on him for that, but
constantly
I
eating
think he's
food.
probably still a good person, so I'm going to support him.
yeah, that's Jeff.
Jeff.
That's Jeff.
Jeff in where?
It says Big Red Country. That's
Okay.
Jeff.
Okay.
All right, we're in big.
He's
Red
trying to
Country.
trigger you this morning. I see what he's trying to do. That's fine. Just slap it out of your hands. No big deal, says Bill. Once again, signing day coverage sponsored by Members Own Credit Union, location in Lincoln and Beatrice. Set the stage for success. Get a rewards card with low rates and dazzling member services. Learn more at membersowncu.org. When we come back,
Credit.
we will chat with a busy man today. Husker Online Sean Callahan will join us next on Early
Nice.
Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
We can live our lives without breaking the law, but that doesn't mean you won't be accused of committing a crime. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. If you've been accused of a crime, your job, your family, and your freedom is at stake. At Liberty Law Group, our skilled and relentless trial attorneys pride themselves on tackling difficult cases and providing the highest quality representation for our clients. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is one of the busiest days of the year, Husker football early signing day. Again, 3 signings already for Dylan Raiola is in. If you were concerned, Dylan Raiola was the first person to sign. Jakori Barney is in, and Blye Hill,
how about that?
A transfer from St. Francis, is in. We are joined now by Husker Online Sean Callahan, a very busy man today. Sean, good morning. Let's get one thing straight before we get into the commits here. There's been some confusion between me and Sip here. What time is the Matt Rule press conference today, Sean?
It's at 11:30 a.m.
Okay, thank you. I misinformed people and said 10:30, so thank you. 11:30 a.m. today, Matt Rule will speak to the people.
Sipple had to tell his driver.
The chariot, yes, the chariot man. He had to take care of him. All right, Sean, people were maybe concerned this morning to see would Dylan Raiola follow through and commit, even though he's had all the videos, the posts. He is the first person to commit this morning. He signs at 6:10 a.m. Sean, were you worried about any sort of drama here, or are you surprised he's the first guy to sign for the Huskers today?
No, I mean, I think getting it to that point, the visit, then the commitment announcement, I wasn't really expecting anything. Carson Beck at Georgia as well, making his announcement that he's coming back officially. A lot of things just played out well for Nebraska on that front with the Georgia commitment. But what a way to start the morning to land the number 1 quarterback in the nation and officially have his letter already on your desk. And they're rolling in. I mean, Blye Hill, the cornerback, who has not announced himself yet, they announced his letter, so they added the transfer portal quarterback already this morning. And Jakori Barney, the wide receiver, is already signed.
Okay, let's stick on Blye Hill for a second. They got on him late, right? I mean, explain his recruitment, the corner from St. Francis.
Yeah, Blye Hill is a 6'3", 165-pound corner. He's only played 1 year of college football, but started at St. Francis, which is, for all intents and purposes, a pretty little-known FCS school. I'm not sure a lot of Nebraska fans have probably even heard of his school before. But Blye Hill, his father is Leroy Hill, a former NFL linebacker, was the ACC Player of the Year in 2004, played, I believe, 8 seasons with the Seahawks, had 500 NFL tackles, and very athletic, obviously. He was a Clemson Tiger, that went on in the NFL. So Blye Hill comes to Nebraska. He's from DP's neck of the woods, the DMV, went to a Baltimore powerhouse high school before going to FCS. And this is kind of more the type of transfer I think Matt Rule likes, somebody kind of more of a long play, somebody that you can develop and build versus just a guy that you might only have for a year.
Sean, here's a question I have, and I was going to ask Rule this. Just one D lineman in this class. There's a lot to like about this class. Now, I mean, if I was going to list a concern or concerns, it would be just one D lineman. Does that make sense to you, or can you help us make sense of it?
Well, Last year they had 6, I think, on the scholarship chart already. I mean, you look at all the number of linemen. They had so many D linemen last year.
Right.
They've already moved Jason Bachacek to the O line.
Yeah.
I do think there's some linemen in this class that could play D line too. Like Ashton Murphy's obviously a D lineman in the class. Jake Peters though could play D line.
Okay.
He's got the ability to do that, and he's an athletic guy. He plays basketball, moves around, runs well. So I think a couple of things. Yeah, Brilan Jones was in there and they lost him.
Right.
But their numbers are loaded from last year on D line, and they feel like all the guys they signed last year are on the right track. So they feel good about the youth of that program in the program on that side of things.
Joined by Sean Callahan. Sean, there's 3 guys out there that have some potential interest in Nebraska today. Vincent Shavers, linebacker, Miami, announced at 8 a.m. today. Larry Tarver, also a defensive back from Miami, currently a Maryland commit, but has Nebraska in his final 2. And Amari Sanders from Miami going to announce at 11 a.m. Do you expect Nebraska to land any of those guys here today?
Yeah, I think it sets up right now to go 3 for 3. I mean, I think if I put my projections or my picks in on 3, I've got Nebraska getting all 3. So I think Blye Hill in now, and I think there's 3 more coming that they'll close the day. So it's a really big number when you add the total number of commits up right now. I mean, Nebraska is going to be just under 30 when it's all said and done. But I believe 28.
Yeah, 28. Sean
will be the number when you add those 3.
Yeah. So Vincent Shavers, Larry Tarver, and Sanders will be added to the class. Of those three, I mean, which is the biggest impact in your opinion?
They're all unique in their own way. I mean, I think the Miami angle there is the impactful thing, and the push they made in Miami. Phil Simpson on the staff from Homestead is the former head coach, state championship head coach from Homestead, and pushed to land those guys. But Shavers was a Miami commit, and they kind of went wild in the transfer portal. And I think their spots and situations changed at Miami, and you see this a lot happen now with kids. They get pushed out by the portal or something happens, and Nebraska really liked him. They're like, God, this is a guy that's pretty good that we want to work with. Let's bring him in for a visit. So his recruitment literally was like a week-long process. They didn't have him on campus until this last week. Now the other 2, Tarver, that's been going on all season. He visited Lincoln in the regular season on an official, and he's going to be an early enrollee. So that one to me is done already. And then the other one you mentioned, Sanders, that I think Nebraska, I thought he was going to commit back in July. So I think that one is very favorable for the Huskers as well.
I think it's super cool if you can walk around and say, I'm the best player in this state. I mean, it would really, it'd freak me out if I was that guy. We talk about Carter Nelson and Grant Bricks. What about Preston Taumua from Hawaii? Did I butcher it, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taumua.
Okay. Taumua.
He was close. He tried.
What do you know about him? This is an inside offensive lineman.
Yeah, no, well, they think he can kick out though too.
Oh, okay.
They think he has the ability to play both. And his height, 6'3.5". I mean, I think he's closer. He's more like 6'4". I know Nebraska feels like he's got the length to play outside, but he's the only 4-star player in Hawaii. To kind of put it in perspective.
Okay.
And there's only one 4-star in that whole state. Nebraska pulled them out, beat Oregon, beat Auburn, beat Arizona. They got the number 1 player in Montana as well. Coming in this class, I mean, they signed a lot of number 1 ranked state players in this class when you kind of break it down top to bottom.
Interesting, Sean. If you had to identify, you get this a lot, I know, a sleeper or a sleeper or 2, maybe a guy that doesn't get talked about enough.
There's 2, I'd say. Quinn Clark, I mentioned Montana.
Yeah.
Number 1 player. I mean, he's long. He can run. He had a huge senior season in Bozeman, Montana, son of the late Ken Clark. And then Keelan Smith, the son of Neil Smith. I think when Nebraska took him, a lot of people were like, wow, kind of a reach or, a stretch to go this hard on Keelan Smith back in the spring. Well, Keelan Smith ended up being the Missouri High School Player of the Year, and he dominated. I mean, he put up major numbers. Like, he could end up being, a guy that can help next year. So I thought Keelan Smith, to me, was, a guy that we don't talk about a ton because he committed so long ago, but that turned out to be a really good addition.
Good job, Sean.
Well, Sean, we know you have a busy day ahead. Thanks for joining us, and we will chat with you again next week. Thanks for the time this morning.
All right. Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
See you, Sean.
Husker Online's Sean Callahan.
Quinn Clark, the son of the former Nebraska running back.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess that slipped my mind. Ken Clark, who was in the Able dorm with me.
Is that right?
I'd sit and study with him sometimes. Yeah. He was a dude.
Really good player.
Yeah. We'd go to the Able stable together and get some food. But anyway, that's interesting. Yeah. That good stuff from Sean. Really good stuff. Preston, say the name again, Jake.
Taumua.
Yeah. That doesn't sound that hard. Taumua.
That one's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Now, there's several I would give you, some leeway on, but Taumua is pretty simple.
Taumua.
No, just Taumua. Graham, Mertz.
Got it.
Yeah.
Taumua he's the top-rated player in Hawaii. I like that. I like having a top-rated player in Iowa and Bricks, and the top-rated player in Nebraska, Carter Nelson. It's good. That's good. And I didn't know Quinn Clark was a top-rated player in Montana. Kenneth Clark's son, late Kenneth Clark. So that was good. Good information.
During that interview, there was no fax machine to play for.
What's going on?
So far, Dylan Raiola, Jakori Barney, and Blye Hill, your three who have signed so far to Nebraska.
All East Coast. 701.
You won't see Taumua for quite some time in Hawaii. It's going to be a long wait there.
What time
for
is
him.
it in Hawaii right now?
I think it's 4 hours. 4 hours difference. I think it's 2:47 out there.
Okay.
So it's going to be,
It'll be a little while.
Several hours still.
The whole, like I said, that was been the case forever. Let's just change. I doubt it's changed on the 7 o'clock thing, but just that the whole idea is just dumb. If you put down like 6:58, they made you send it back. It's like really, they signed it. That's the problem we have here. That's our concern.
But you guys would
it goes back to just be able to sign whenever you want to sign it. There you go. You're in.
But all your coaches, all you guys would be in the office waiting for these LOIs.
Yes.
You'd be waiting for them.
Be waiting for them. Interesting. Usually a breakfast. Usually some form of a pan of scrambled eggs would be there.
Catered.
Bacon. Yeah. Catered food would be available. Yes. There's always some food available.
Big day.
Yeah. I always like the coffee. I always enjoyed it. I didn't ever eat much out of it. It was always kind of nice. It was always, the day had a lot of things going with it. The big thing was whether or not there was something that evening or not. Nebraska used to have a deal on Wednesday in Omaha and then Thursday in Lincoln. Everybody would show up and show video and talk about them. And I remember going to Omaha and there'd be 2,500 people there.
Good God.
Yeah, there'd be like, so that was always.
And all the coaches went?
All the coaches went. And you had to get up and usually each coach got up and spoke about his players that were by position.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to go up and do that.
They don't do that anymore.
No.
I don't know.
That was for that would be like going to a tinfoil buffet for a coach.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's just like, no. I want to be done. Because in general, you usually get a few days off at this time. Sometimes however it works out, but usually get some time off. It's like, no, I don't want to do that tonight or the next day. Go sit there. No.
But you'd have to.
You'd have to.
At the orders of the head coach.
Yes. And you would do a very good job with it. You didn't take it lightly because people paid money to come see
and
it.
They're interested.
And they would pay, and you sat at a table with somebody that had paid money to be at your table.
Gosh.
So I was always very into that. It just wasn't the favorite thing to do at that time. You just been on the road for several.
Right.
Like a month.
Not an easy job. You guys don't have an easy job. You really don't. I say that with all respect. It's not an easy job.
Before we get to break, quick plug for our friend Trip at Computer Hardware. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Computer Hardware, guys, is Nebraska's Apple authorized service provider. Are you upgrading your iPad or do you still have questions on what Apple device is best for you? Don't go anywhere else for all your Apple product needs. Computer Hardware has served as Nebraska's Apple partner since 1980 and has a team of experts to help you. 4 locations in Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island. Stop by and see them today. Trip is at 70th and O here in Lincoln, right by Taco Win.
Also, we could probably do it next week, but I think Trip would have no problem with. We'll give out his home address, and you can just stop by and see him there at night too.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's okay.
He'd be fine.
Trip's
with
a
that.
cool dude.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Could Trip fix a fax machine?
I bet he could.
That's a great question.
I bet he could.
That's a fantastic question.
He can do anything. The nice thing is,
I'll text him.
You can stop and you can stop.
Text him right
I'll
now.
text him right now. No, you can stop in and just ask him questions. Hey, what would be the best thing to do here? What would, and he knows right now. And there's never a time of like, well, I'm going to look this up. Let me get back to you. He knows exactly. He can just spit it out. It's incredible.
He's a counselor.
He's a counselor. He's a Apple counselor.
And if you got some other issues, you could probably go to Trip
too. Yes, just say some things. Just you know, hey,
Christmas season's bogging me
down like that. You know what? Relationships not good. You know all those things. All you know. Been betting on the horses a bunch. You know what do I do? He can help. He can help.
Trip.
Yeah.
Now in all seriousness, he does make sure that
Taco Inn's open.
Customer service is emphasized.
Yes,
and that he hires people that are they're oriented that way.
When I go in there, it's incredible. The people that I work with, besides Trip, it's just
they're oriented that way.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yeah,
Trip
they don't make fun of you. They don't roll their eyes.
No, there's no like. Huh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They're like, no, sir.
They've heard it all.
That's
They've
a
heard
great
all of it.
question. It appears as if your phone's just not turned on.
Right.
Here's how
Did
you
you
fix
charge
that.
Did you charge it last
Did you
night?
charge it? Yes.
It's dead.
I'll tell you the one when you just want to lose your mind. The one that I still do at this time. I just want to go like I go, yeah, I get it. When you go down to the front desk, like, hey, my key's not working. Did you put it next to your cell phone? Yeah. I'm like, God, yeah, that's from like 25 years ago.
Sounds like a bugaboo,
like,
right? It sounds like a bugaboo.
Like
We're in a bugaboo.
Yeah, it's a bugaboo.
Full bugaboo.
Like 25 years. Like, yeah, I know the whole system with the phone and where your key is. And
That's the eye roll.
I get it.
Okay.
I understand that. I'm well aware. The key just doesn't work. I didn't tape it to my phone.
Trust me on this one.
Stop.
When we come back, we'll have Song of the Day and the mailbag on early break on the ticket.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, an easy track lawnmower, or gator, every piece of equipment in pre-owned inventory is put through a rigorous inspection so it's ready to work hard for you. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything is sold meets their quality standards. Learn more at landmarkimp.com or stop into a local Landmark location and experience the Landmark difference.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Don't be surprised if your kids seem bored when they have some time off from school. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. While kids may not miss the confinement of the classroom, they may miss the routine of the school day. Help them add some structure to those free days by planning special projects. Rearrange a bedroom, plan a family meal, increase that batting average, and keep it fun.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. They are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day, Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys from 1963. 464-568-5. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
I never know what to do with the Beach Boys. It's so corny.
You've given me a couple decent scores for Beach Boys before.
I mean, I saw them at Rosenblatt Stadium when I was a young boy.
There was a time the Beach Boys they owned a lot of the country.
The concert I went to was incredible. It was really good.
Did they have the inflatable beach balls and everybody
Yes.
was like bouncing them around the stadium?
No, I was I was on the outfield grass. And it was fun. It was definitely fun. Is that song? I don't know what to make of that. I'm really the Christmas thing.
It's just for this week. It's only a couple more days.
It's all. I'm sorry, wearing me out. I'll
give you 4 songs.
Wait do you get to Bill's Thrills then?
Oh boy. There's a tease.
There's a tease.
There's a tease right there.
There's nothing worse than Christmas music on the week of Christmas. We got to stop it.
I'll have a good attitude.
Yeah.
Forced Christmas songs by rock bands. Very forced. It was fine. It was kind of cute. He's got to wear his goggles because the snow's really flying. 6.0007. 6.0007.
I just love it. What the Beach Boys have, maybe 100 songs. You could identify them within 4 seconds. Everyone
or 2
seconds. That's Beach Boys. That's the Beach, and that's the Beach Boys. I thought it was kind of snappy, jazzy. Kind of liked it. Kind of looking okay.
You hit the head bob going there.
It doesn't fall into the classics, which we're going to get into in a little bit.
Ooh, another tease.
But I did enjoy it. I thought Jake worked at it. So I'm going to go with a 6.4429.
Okay, so a couple sixes,
Similar
6 pluses there, and Josh gave it a 6. So we're all in the sixes.
Josh,
here.
what are you eating? You've been eating the whole show.
The whole show. What's he eating? Is it candy?
He's had 15 of those Reese's peanut butter cups.
Really?
They're over there. In
yeah.
the candy dish.
Your mouth hasn't stopped.
Josh, he all of his calories come from this show. Whatever's available. Whatever's for the day. This is it.
Yeah.
I got to stock up.
Josh is a very skinny guy. And he eats everything from 5:30 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m. And that's it for the day.
Thank God.
That's all he does.
You have this job.
Do we have waffles today?
I don't believe so. I haven't heard. I don't think so. I don't want to.
Well, they're out working. They're out.
Yeah, I'm sure they're busy.
Yeah,
so
things going on.
I haven't heard. If they show up, it's a surprise, and I'll gladly promote them. But I don't believe they're in today. If that changes, I'll let you know. But before we get to the mailbag, hang on 1 second. Let's make sure a legal ID real quick.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If we do have any, sound, any signees that happen the next 10 minutes, I'll make sure I play them top of the hour for the fax machine.
Nothing though, huh?
But so far, Dylan Raiola, Jakori Barney, and Blye Hill, your 3 signees.
Things will start clicking right now. Things are going to start clicking right now.
It is 7:01, so things are going to start changing here pretty soon.
Boom.
All right, it is time for the mailbag on a Wednesday. Here we go. As always, the mailbag is sponsored by our friends at Double Eagle Golf. Sam is the man out there, and Sam has some big news for us before we get going.
This is the beer situation.
It is Dylan Raiola Day at Double Eagle Golf, which means this Friday, if you book a 2-hour reservation, they throw in a free bucket of beer for free.
Good God.
Again, this Friday, if you book a 2-hour reservation, they throw in a free bucket of beer. Book online, doubleeagle.golf. Do you have holiday plans? Is family in town? Get out of the house, have some fun. Book at tea time. They will be closed Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day. But again, doubleeagle.golf is where you're
going to go Christmas Eve. I'll try to I'll have to adjust.
Is it family in town?
Yeah.
Get out of the house. Get the Double Eagle Golf.
If you need a bucket of beer,
maybe get 2.
Get 2. Merry Christmas.
From the mail to the actual questions from the mailbag. This is from Michael in Hawaii.
The 808.
Where
the
Preston
808.
Taumua. Is that what you said? Taumua? Is that your pronunciation? Hawaii. Okay. Michael says this: the 3 wise men enter the transfer portal, and Bill, Sip, and Jake have to fill in as the next men up. What 3 gifts that you received from Breakers this year would you bring to present to the newborn king?
God, we have had so many.
We've had some good gifts.
I know for me, I'm going to throw in the illuminated cross, which is up at my house right now. It's on every night. That'll be my one.
I mean, I think that's a big one. It's a physically big one, physical in size. Yeah. And I mean, I know this is recency bias, but I'm going with the tray. What do you call it? What do you call
the TV tray?
TV tray.
And then Son of the Platte book that I got
right there. Please show the people.
Yeah. Right here.
There it is. There it is. Son of the Platte from Doug.
Son of the Platte
from Douglas.
From Douglas Polk.
It's a big part of our show.
I'm going with the TV tray. I got to get. Hey, Jamie from Bridgeport. Thank you. God.
And how about all the gifts? Thank you. The hats, everything we get, the hoodies. It's incredible. What would you think, Jake?
I think whatever. Kathy, our friend Kathy Woody has brought in just some incredible gifts. The last batch we had. I mean, I had the Dolphins tin of popcorn. You guys had.
I had
you had the
fragile.
Cheez-It socks, right? Is that what you had in that
Yeah,
that
the
bag?
Cheez-It socks are incredible.
Yeah. Fragile, yes, that happened. So
I had Eggo socks too.
You did?
Eggo.
You had Eggo socks?
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, let go of my Eggo.
Really?
Yeah, I love Eggos.
Yeah, those are. Thank you,
everyone.
I'll
thank
wear the
you.
Cheez-It socks.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually will.
You should. Well, you can wipe your hands. You're actually supposed to wipe your hands on those socks. Fits right in. From Mark in the mailbag. Mark says, did any of you have the chance to storm the field during your college days after a big win? Mine was Oklahoma in 1982. That's from Mark.
Oh, 82. So that was, you got to remember that. They stormed it in 82. Okay. Was that been when Strasburger was playing?
Well, I'm going back in my head here when that'd have been 82. I can't quite recall the game. So I was thinking back to 78 when Sims fumbled. And so 82, I'm trying to kick that back in my head. I'm sure.
Yeah, Sims fumbled it to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left it at the 2.
Yeah. But anyway, no, I never did get a chance to storm. But so Jake, you stormed?
Well, I would say this. No, I stormed basketball several times.
Have you?
Several times.
There was one time that I ended up jumping up and down with Doc Sadler.
Really?
There's this. I think I stormed. They beat Texas in 2010, and they were the number 2 ranked team in the country. That was a massive upset.
Was that Durant?
No, that was after Durant. Okay. After Durant. But then they beat Indiana, I think, the next year, 2011, and that was a big upset. And we went on the court, and I somehow ended up jumping up and down with Doc Sadler. Near the Doc.
I don't think people understand what I would pay to have that photo.
If you guys can find, I'm sure you can find the court storming. If you can just search Indiana, Nebraska upset, you might see me next to Doc Sadler during
I'm
during
not
that
surprised
game.
at all. I mean,
was your arm around him?
No.
Doc?
I didn't touch Doc. I did not touch.
Are you sure?
Doc. I did not touch
It'd
Doc.
be okay if you did. You were in a swarm.
You're in a swarm. Yeah.
This was the same day I met Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson was on the call that day for Fox, I believe, or BTN.
Really?
Yeah, I got a picture. And the picture is the blurriest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Whoever took the picture can't even tell if I'm in the picture. It's blurry.
No, I've never stormed. I've never.
Great question.
Thank you for Mark.
Jake stormed several times.
Basketball. Never stormed a football field. I would have stormed for Lance Leipold if they had beaten Oklahoma in 2021. I was randomly at that game. It was a bye weekend for Nebraska, but didn't happen.
You were having a time, though, weren't you?
He's a stormer.
I like to have fun.
You're either a stormer or you're not.
We're sitting next to a stormer.
He's a stormer.
I storm.
He would storm now.
Yeah, he's not.
20 years from now, Jake would storm.
Yeah. He's not, and he doesn't have the debate in his head. Should we do this? No.
When we talked about if Nebraska should storm if they beat Iowa in football, I would have been on that field.
Yeah, I know.
I would have gone, and I would have taken video and pictures, and it would have been part of the show.
You literally would have been part of it.
Yes.
Last one before we get out of here to the top of the hour is what is the most overrated Christmas food? This is from Tom, by the way, from Tom.
Is it like Christmas food? Like, what is a Christmas?
Because Christmas food doesn't fall in line. There's so many meals for Christmas.
What is a Christmas food? What is a Christmas food, Jake?
There's
eggnog is overrated.
Eggnog would be part of it.
Josh, I'm sorry. It's the texture that bothers me.
I think it's a good question. What is a Christmas food?
And I think the pies show up at Thanksgiving and Christmas are the same pies, and I can't do pumpkin pie.
Do they show up? Do pumpkin pies show up at
You'll
Christmas?
see a pumpkin pie.
You'll see
probably pecan pie also. I'm sure maybe. I mean,
so the pies are
apple
the
pie.
pies cover both.
Yeah,
and so
we have some. We're going to throw hands on some things. That the syrup on a plate with with a bunch of.
Well,
food
ask
on
Sanderson. See what he thinks.
Yeah. Well, we're going to throw hands with Sanderson then. And I love pumpkin pie. I will eat pumpkin pie with or without whipped cream, and I will eat several pieces of it before I even know what I'm doing.
I can't even think about it. It's like
they go down so smoothly.
That is the mailbag, sponsored by our friends at Double Eagle Golf. Again, this Friday, you book a 2-hour reservation. They throw in a free bucket of beer. DoubleEagle.golf. Again, get out for the holidays. They're not open Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or New Year's Day, but other than that, they are. DoubleEagle.golf, West O Street, Kinetic Sports Complex.
Also, if you book before 9 o'clock today, he'll throw in 2 more beers in the bucket.
Okay.
I don't think Sam would push back on that.
If you book before 9 today, 2 more beers in the bucket.
If you've had enough of your family, head over to Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle Golf.
Yep. West
Kinetic.
Yep, that's right. When we come back, top of the hour, we've got an update. We might have some fax machine sounders to get to next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Chase's story.
Oh, God.
Several.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Lewis. Can proudly say, I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wake up, Lincoln. I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday of early National Signing Day. Hour 2 on Early Break, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by early 2024. And Bill, what is Steve Schindler's special today?
Well, you know how he likes to kind of dabble in the arts a little bit. And so yeah, he likes to dabble in the arts a little bit like that. So Shin Daddy's got a big deal going today. And buckle up for this one.
I'm buckling.
Ice sculpting class.
You got to be kidding.
Ice sculpting class. They're going to chisel out. They're going to teach you how to chisel and do a sculpture in ice. So Steve's bringing in the ice. It's from the Ice House in Yankton.
Yes,
He's
love
got
that
the
place.
ice from the Ice House in Yankton. He's bringing in 20 200-pound blocks of ice. 20 200-pound blocks of ice shipped in from Yankton
on probably a semi.
On a semi. It's a semi. Yeah, in the semi. Also at that, which is so Schindler has dropped the temperature in the bank lobby to 28 degrees.
Wear a coat.
He'll wear a coat when you come in.
There, yeah.
Now listen.
How can he even do that?
Yeah, but guess what else he's doing?
What?
He's doing banking at the same time.
Yeah.
So he'll be in a parka. He'll be with the fur around the front. Remember the ones you zip all the way out and just made into just a funnel? That was incredible.
Like an Eskimo.
Yeah,
he'll be like an Eskimo.
Yeah, like an Eskimo. So he'll be running that. And then Wendy Rip, who is a art teacher there in Creighton, will be the ones also guiding the people. So this is all going to be chisel and hammer, knocking it out and teaching you how to be able to do that.
He's teaching you how to do it.
He's going to teach how to do it, and you're going to be able to execute it yourself. There is 20 200 pounds blocks of ice that have come in. There's also a grand finale. So Steve is very gifted in this area, and also is his friend Craig McGuire. So at the end, in a 400-pound block of ice, they're going to sculpt with a chainsaw. Schindler is going to take the chainsaw.
He's not. No, he's not.
If you've seen it on my favorite movie, Groundhog Day, Bill Murray does it, and it's incredible to watch someone to sculpt with a chainsaw.
Oh my God!
So, but during that time, it's very important. They're going to have safety goggles for everyone to wear because shards of ice chips come off.
Shards.
And so we want to make sure everyone's safe.
What time is that happening?
What's that? It's happening this morning at 11:04.
The grand finale?
The grand finale is at 11:04.
So there'll be probably two grand finales.
Yeah, two grand 11:04 and then 4:44.
Okay.
Two grand finales, yeah.
God.
And so they have these.
That'll be loud and crazy.
Loud and crazy.
In the bank.
Christmas music playing.
And then what else?
There'll be hot chocolate.
What else? What's the sound of a chainsaw?
Give us the sound effect, Bill.
What's that?
In the bank.
Going down
in the bank.
Yes, well, they've already had the chainsaws in for the logging competition. Yes, so he's got a big day. He's got a big day.
Bill is truly the sound effect king.
Yes,
I just always imagine myself. I'm always frazzled. Like
head to the bank. So
like most people,
like head to the bank.
Like most people, got too much going on, and I just want to get into the bank and get out. I'd be freaked out completely if I walked in there. I just want to deposit this check.
Well,
I don't know what's going on over there, but
there's a chainsaw and they're sculpting ice.
Is that a problem, sir?
I had to park 2 blocks away because there's an ice rink. There's an ice rink in the west lot.
And what are the tellers? Now just to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm guessing that Shin Daddy tells his tellers, look, we're going to be doing all this in the lobby, but we need you to be focused on your work.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's going to be banking going on.
A lot of banking going on.
Yeah.
Still.
Now we're going to be doing this over here, but you guys got to lock in.
You're important, please.
Because you will get people coming in that don't understand what's going on. They're going to be like,
which is fine.
This is fine. But then they'll be able to steer them the right way.
Right.
To be able to get that.
God dang.
They're also going to have a nacho bar.
Today?
Yeah. Just
warm people up
a little bit. Get a hot nacho and stuff.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So big day. That's up in Midwest Bank in Creighton.
Great people. Member FDIC.
FDIC.
Steve
Protect your money.
Steve Schindler, the creator of the FDIC.
Yes.
He created.
And remember that also real quick that the $2,500 interest-free loan for Christmas presents. It's
That's,
still available.
that's significant.
Yeah,
That's
still,
significant.
Still available. And he even said, if you don't pay it back, it's not going to be that end of the world.
Yeah. He's in the Christmas spirit all the time.
What a banker.
Oh, what a man.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
Thank you to Midwest Bank and Steve Schindler. I just heard the sound. The fax machine has been going crazy.
Oh,
Let's
God,
hear it.
Jake.
We
Jake.
have a 3 for right now. We're gonna do.
Jeez,
we're gonna play it for one time for 3 people. So
Okay.
here we go. Yeah, we had 3 in the first hour. We just had 3 back-to-back-to-back official signees for Nebraska football. Here are your newest Nebraska football players officially. Caleb Benning out of Omaha.
Nice.
Has signed with Nebraska. And you look at up next is Mario Buford has officially signed with Nebraska. And the man who we asked for months about his commitment, and he finally was committed a couple weeks ago. He says he has signed Grant Bricks, the offensive lineman from Iowa. All 3 of those guys are a part of that fax machine sounder there. So now you've got 6 players this morning.
We are so just crushing the border of Iowa right now because we have a listener out there. We have a breaker, Ann McGill. Ann McGill listens from Iowa every single day.
McGill,
and huge fan. So I'm just telling you, the border's almost non-existent. We've just bled over into Iowa. So Ann McGill, thank you so much, and I think you're probably a big part of us getting that last commitment.
Grant Bricks. So who are they? Grant Bricks.
Yep, Grant Bricks is a 4-star offensive lineman.
And that's the one that Schaefer signed.
That's right. That was
Schaefer was very big on us getting him.
He'd be the 3rd. I mean, you'd say according to the On3 scores that they give, grades that they give, he'd be the 3rd ranked player in the class. Mario Buford, did you mention him?
I did.
He'd be the 6th ranked player in the class.
Those are both 4-star players per On3.
Well, that's right.
So again, look, Grant Bricks from Logan Magnolia in Iowa, and then Mario Buford from DeSoto, Texas.
And then Caleb Benning would be about the 10th ranked player in the class from Omaha West Side. Of course, that's Damon's son. Damon,
that's 3-star safety.
Damon has to be so proud.
Yes,
he should be proud.
So yeah, those are all top 10 guys that just came in, Jake. All top 10 guys in the class. You'd say Dylan's number 1.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, Dylan Raiola was the first player to sign this morning about 6:10 a.m. this time. Then Jakori Barney and Blye Hill, who was not on the commitment list as of yesterday. That's a transfer from St. Francis.
Yeah, FCS school.
FCS school. That's correct.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's exciting. That's an exciting burst.
That?
You got a burst of 3 top 10 guys in the class.
That'll do. That'll work.
Yeah. So they'll keep coming in. There's probably 28 of them. Or no, there'll be 25 of them this morning.
Well,
not by the end of the show.
As we pointed out again, a couple of guys not on the list at this point that could be Vincent Shavers, linebacker from Miami. Per Sean Callahan, Nebraska's the favorite to get him. He's going to announce at 8 a.m. So at the end of our show, he'll announce where he's going. Larry Tarver, defensive back from Miami, is right now a Maryland commit, but there's good thoughts that Nebraska could get his the signing from him. And then Amari Sanders, defensive back, also from Miami, will announce at 11 a.m. And Sean felt like Nebraska has a good chance to land him as well.
Maybe we could get him on the spillover.
Possibly.
Get one of those guys on the probably not. They're all from Miami.
Those are all Miami guys. All three of those guys were Miami.
Man. Okay.
They just follow me back from Miami this weekend,
Yeah.
Come back to the good life.
Yeah. A lot going on today. The head coach will be available at 11:30, Jake. 11:30. So he'll have a press conference and he'll address the class, but it's always interesting too. Bill understands. Bill, you know what you might hear from me today?
What's that?
Hey, coach, just some kind of cleanup here.
Yeah. Nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts. You can ask him about things other than recruiting. You can. It's a chance to talk to him about other
smart
stuff.
time to do it, really.
Yeah, because you're not going to get him for a while.
Yeah.
So anyway, Matt Rule will be available at 11:30. So we'll hear from the head coach, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. About that. Oh God, look, Jake set that up perfect.
He did.
Another Nebraska in-state signee, Carter Nelson from Ainsworth.
Ainsworth
is officially in for Nebraska football. That's 7 players now this morning. Tight end, one of the top, a great player. Notre Dame wanted him. He was at a lot of big schools were after Carter Nelson. but Nebraska keeps him in state. The tight end from Ainsworth, Nebraska.
The big horse from Ainsworth. But yeah, that's significant, right? Second highest rated player in the class behind Dylan Raiola. And maybe you see him at tight end, maybe you see him split out a little bit. Bill, I don't know how you look at that. He's not that big. I mean, I wonder about if you can play him in line early in his career.
Might take some time, but
yeah,
he'll be able to eventually.
Yeah, I'm thinking about those big rush ins, or physical rush ins in the Big Ten. Now, I'm not saying he can't handle them, but he's a receiver. He's a pass catcher.
Per on three, again, Nelson 6'4", 215. He was a 4-star player. He's 62nd ranked player in the country. Obviously, number 1 in the state, number 5 overall tight end in the nation. So that's why the big guys were after him.
Yeah,
big schools were after him.
They were, and it wasn't a slam dunk. I mean, Nebraska had to work to get him. It wasn't just, I'm an in-state kid. I'm going to Nebraska no matter what. It wasn't that. They had to work, and that's good. Yeah, you usually have to work for the top player in the state. You should have to. And you should have to work for a top player in the state. They had to work for Bricks, the kid from Iowa.
Schaefer locked that one down.
Mike Schaefer, thank you. Thank you, Mike Schaefer.
The one that did the work, got it done. Thank you, Schaefer.
Hey, speaking of Schaefer, he's going to be here from the whole show tomorrow, 6 to 8. He's going to join us at the start of the show.
We need him because of his recruiting knowledge.
Big day.
Yeah.
Big day. So,
I'm limited a little bit in that way. I am.
Limited?
A little. Jake.
Well, I was just confirming. I was just asking. It was a question.
Jake, did you create this Who Can It Be Now?
I did it years ago.
Yeah, you did. He created this.
That was my invention. I don't know, like 10 years ago.
It has Jake written all over it.
Yeah, is anybody surprised by that? No, it's very childish and foolish and dumb, probably.
It's one of those things. It's a brilliant idea. The song's horrible. That's the problem.
Is it though?
It is.
That's what makes it work, Bill.
There's no chance I'd ever listen to that song. That would be a 2.2. That'd be a 2.2.
I had a girldown buy that cassette for me when I was a boy for a Christmas present. Men at Work. And I appreciate it.
Did it have Down Under on it too?
Yeah. What?
Did it have Down Under on it?
Of course it did. What comes from the land down under? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was part of a gift package, and I was really appreciative. Yeah, Men at Work. So it has a special place in my heart.
Okay.
She also gave me a cake that I won't get into that.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Josh, don't worry, Josh.
Okay. So once again, we have a lot of rapid movement this morning in terms of stuff. If you are just tuning in, here's your official players who have signed letters of intent. They faxed them in. Dylan Raiola, the first person to sign this morning. Carter Nelson of Ainsworth is in. Grant Bricks has signed. Mario Buford out of Texas has signed. Jakori Barney out of Miami has signed to Nebraska. Caleb Benning out of Omaha. And Blye Hill, the transfer from St. Francis, defensive back, has signed with Nebraska so far today.
In Nebraska, I think Jake is about in the 22 range.
22nd as of this, before the day began.
As far as the national
ranking on 3. Yep.
22 range. Which is a pretty Now, Jake, would you say that's a pretty standard for Nebraska in recent years? I don't know.
Numbers always help, and for anyone. Which I mean, when you sign a lot, 28 guys, and someone signs 16, it just changes the number. So people need to understand that when, or if someone might be ranked higher, maybe they sign 34. It's like, well, all of a sudden, Iowa State's at 21. What's the deal? Well, they signed 34 guys, and so there's just a difference on numbers matter. They're the whole equation, which again, Schaefer will be able to add to us in great depth tomorrow.
Who do you think the top 3 teams, recruiting teams right now in the rankings in the Big Ten are?
Oh, Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State.
Yeah, every year, every
damn
year.
And then you watch him on the field. He's pretty good.
Kind of makes sense. That would be
pretty
the
good.
case.
Talent out there.
Pretty good.
God, Michigan was good this year. Ooh.
They're not done yet.
No. They're not.
They got maybe 2 more games left for sure. One.
Well, I think they'll beat out. I don't know if they're going to beat out.
I don't know. I think it's going to be an incredible game.
Yeah.
I think I'm because you don't know. People say, "Oh, Alabama's going to beat them for sure." That they just beat Georgia at that. Well, last second play to beat Auburn, 6-6 Auburn team. So you don't know that for sure. But I do think, like I said, I can't wait to watch it. But if I right now, I'm going to say Alabama. I'm going Alabama. I know this isn't the show for a prediction at that, but I like.
We'll talk more about that.
I like Alabama.
I might be able to change your mind.
Yeah. Are you going to try to?
Yeah.
Well, listen,
I'm the one with the football back.
I think you're in a tough spot for that game because you love both those programs. You
I do.
You love Jim Harbaugh. You
You're right.
love Jim.
God,
and we know you are a Roll Tide.
I know.
fan.
I am in a tough
How
place.
are you going to even watch that game? Who
How am
are
I
you
gonna-
root for?
who am I
Right
gonna
now is
reconcile?
really tough because there is just, I mean, there's like 20 more articles every day coming out on the investigation into Michigan.
There's really not.
There's really not. There's nothing.
It's
Has been
forgotten.
said. It's just completely gone. Completely gone. Connor Stalions never existed. Central Michigan has kind of escaped somehow.
And who was a coach that got nailed for the computer crimes?
That
Do you
was
remember that?
offensive
Weiss,
coordinator.
Matt Weiss.
OC.
Yeah,
Weiss.
he's gone.
Weiss.
He's gone.
Amazing.
Partridge was the linebacker coach.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gone.
gone.
No one's saying a word.
No, it's just
No idea.
No, it's just Jim got to
Standard
come back.
operation.
Missed 6 games for 2 different suspensions.
Oh no, and
Yeah.
they put a 10-year contract in front of Jim.
Yeah,
$55 million.
Michigan's
Not
incredible.
one word said about it. Remember
What the hell?
It was like there's something has to happen.
Something
I'll be go to
happens
hell.
there?
No, this is the thing. Now we should stop and acknowledge this. This is informative about the world. I mean, it was a huge story, and then it
It
wasn't.
just kept going, and then once they beat Ohio State, it's like, no, that's over.
And I find that the world is like that a lot. I mean, with scandal, it gets forgotten pretty fast.
Yeah.
If I was advising a coach, I would say, "Hey, just weather this storm, weather it, because in a few weeks it'll be gone.
It'll go
Okay?
away.
And there might be a $55 million contract in front of you
Just-
if you keep winning.
Just keep winning.
Just keep winning. It'll all go
Yeah.
away.
Wink,
Don't worry.
wink.
Yeah. I mean, think about what has gone on there, and you're right. It's like it's not happened.
Yeah.
It's a totally forgotten story. They made the playoff. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
6 games missed by the head coach. Standard year.
And Jim will just
Give
have
an
to just,
extension.
Has that ever happened?
No.
Where a coach is suspended for 6 games.
and then gets a contract.
Like
And
extension.
possible. I don't think he'll sign it. I mean, you're going to kill me for saying this, but what I'm hearing,
Oh,
who are you
hearing this from? Is it on
in
3?
the agent world,
On 4?
that Jim probably won't be back. I mean, but the thing is, he wants to leave on his terms. Now, would he go into the NFL? I don't know. Would he take the Chargers job, Jake?
Justin Herbert's
Yeah, you
pretty,
would
he's
because you have
pretty
a quarterback.
interesting. Yeah, you got a guy.
You have a quarterback.
You got a dude there.
You have a quarterback.
I
That's
would-
what
I
the
would
thing when you
say,
start,
yeah.
like, hey, I'll take this job. You have a quarterback. No, I'm not. In.
Jim Harbaugh spent a lot of time in California at San Diego, Stanford, and the Niners. So that fits him well.
Mm-hmm.
I think yes. The
And
answer
then-
would be yes. He would take that
And then
job.
what would Michigan do? Would it be automatic Sharon Moore? Automatic. Automatic. I don't think
No question
automatic.
asked.
I don't know.
I don't think it can be automatic at Michigan. I mean, there's going to be people available that have resumes, head coaching resumes that Sharon Moore doesn't have. You don't. I've always said, be careful with the emotional knee jerk. We're going to hire.
It
the
happens
interim.
a lot,
I know.
especially when it's interim coaches. Things go really well, and all of a sudden, 2 years later, it's like, oh, what do we do?
Right.
We got all excited because this happened.
Right.
Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
That's
else,
what you
Jake?
wish
You got anything? Oh,
Jake this is excited.
He
every
lives
day.
for
He
it.
lives for this. Yeah.
Hey, you should see the text line. The breakers love it too. It's a long time thing. Brilan Prud, your newest signing.
Hello.
Hey, how about this? He's a safety at 6'5".
6'5". He can dunk it.
6'5" safety
From Pearland, Texas.
That's right. 193-star.
Sounds
Brilan
like Taylor
Prud.
Mays from USC, the big safety.
Well, if he ends up being that good, that
Yeah,
would be pretty
that'd be
big
good.
deal.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be
that
all right.
guy could cover ground now.
He's an All-American.
Yeah.
So
Braylon Prud's
welcome
in
to the class.
Braylon Prud's that guy. They went down. I mean, this was a satellite camp deal. They just saw him at a satellite camp, and he didn't have any. I don't think he had hardly. If he had an offer, it wasn't from anybody you'd know. And Nebraska pulled him aside and offered him that day. Pretty well, they didn't offer him that day, or maybe they did. I don't know. But anyway, that's where the relationship got going. They just saw this big, 6'5" rangy kid running around the field in Houston, and thought, interesting. So there you go. Brilan Prud locks it in.
Boom.
Pearland, Texas, which I think is down there in Houston.
Yes.
Is it? Down
Golden
there.
Triangle area.
Okay. What's the Golden Triangle?
That's just the
Houston
area.
Okay. Thanks for trying.
I gave the triangle. I gave it to you because you're wondering. And you got your rectangle. Then you got your octagon. You got your square.
Keep it going, Jake. Good job on the
before we
music.
get to break, I thought it was interesting to see that the top 10 players in this class are all going to different schools. Not getting like 4 guys going to Bama, 4 going to Georgia.
Nationally.
The top 10 national players are all going to different schools.
That's
Those schools are Ohio State, Nebraska, Raiola, Missouri, Alabama, Auburn, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas, and Miami, Florida.
Did Ohio State get the receiver? There was a lot of
good question.
He was
Bill.
the one that was going to be between them and Florida State flip.
Okay, I did not see that. That was as of yesterday. So we'll see if it
he
actually
was committed
happened.
to them. That's correct. That was one today driving in. Someone said there was like 3 potential dramas, and that was one of them.
Okay, we'll see.
But I mean, you think that might be a nod to NIL?
I just want. I'm questioning if that is from NIL. What's the reason for that?
I think you have to put everything in the equation. I think there's always something that there could be a tie to it. Just like here, there's a tie with Raiola, with uncle and dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's here.
Mm-hmm.
If his dad played at USC and his uncle was coaching at Iowa, all of a sudden go to Nebraska. No, that's
doesn't
not
make any
happening.
sense.
No, because he grew up knowing about Nebraska because of his dad playing here, and obviously so I grew up. So there's different things you have to equate into everything. Everyone has a different story, and the NIL matters a little bit. There's also a lot of places, and no one knows what Nebraska does. If they say they do, they're not telling the truth. To say that, we know exactly what they're getting paid, what they're doing, all those things. No one exactly knows what that is. But I know this: a lot of schools, the big schools, they don't play with it. They're like, you'll make your money when you play here,
like Georgia.
Yeah, they don't. They're not. It's like our money's not going to freshmen up front.
Right.
Our money's going to go to people that are here and playing.
It's going to Brock
Bowers, those guys. That's where the money's going.
Yeah.
And so you do well here, it'll go really good for you.
One last time before Bill
God,
is going to
this is
have a
Christmas.
Yeah,
This
Bill's
is
going to have a
Christmas.
nightmare over here.
Oh, jeez.
The newest signee for Nebraska is from Omaha North, Donovan Jones, safety, 6'1", 180, 3-star. Donovan Jones.
Good job.
LOI this morning.
Yeah, in-state player.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a little ceremony in Omaha North. He should. All those kids do pretty much.
It's been a very busy morning
Yeah.
for the sound of the fax machine. It's working overtime right now.
This is Christmas for you, Jake.
Yeah.
Where are you happier? Right now in the studio playing that song over and over, or at Christmas?
Oh, right now.
Right now is pretty good. I love Christmas.
His
But
face
this is
just
pretty
lights
fun.
up. His face just lights up.
I just enjoy the long-term breakers who love it. Some that hate it, but mostly they love this
How
day.
could you hate it?
They most
Can't hate it.
They
The
live
song's
for this
horrible.
day because
The song's horrible, but the song fits.
it
fits. It does fit.
It's cheesy, and that's why it works.
You wouldn't keep that song on your radio?
No.
When we come back, we will get to Bill's Thrills.
Okay, we got
a wonderful Bill's Thrills on a Wednesday. That's up next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Welcome to the Tyler Family Christmas Letter. The most exciting thing to happen this year is that we're giving Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets as gifts. They're fast, fun, and easy. We're thrilled about it. Oh yeah, our daughter had triplets and our son graduated from Harvard. From the Tylers, have yourself a classic little Christmas with Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets.
Top prize odds vary by game.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, reminder that Signing Day coverage is sponsored by our friends at Members Own Credit Union. Check out more at membersowncu.org. We just had a wonderful guest stop by, Sam from Hy-Vee, and he had a comment that there's only one shin daddy.
That's what he said.
He said there's only one shin daddy in this world, and
Yeah.
he's right.
He's right. He is right.
He's not wrong.
Sam came down, obviously, to I've never met him, and Steve, obviously Sip knows him. We all met him.
Jake knows.
But Jake knows him. But he came down for one reason, really. He kind of wanted to talk about Shin Daddy, and he wanted to see the cutout. He did.
Yeah.
He said, he goes, I want to take my truck up to Creighton. He said, because the stuff going on up there.
There's a lot of people that do.
Yeah, they got their stuff going on.
Yeah, it'd be fun to go up there on a day off.
Yes.
To see what's going on at
What's that?
Midwest Bank. In Creighton.
In Creighton.
Amazing.
Shin Daddy.
You might want to
Yes.
go skating today.
Yes, maybe.
Ice sculpting,
Yeah,
skating.
Maybe play some pickleball. Want to do some logging competition?
That's the
Just
place
to
to
meet
be.
Shin Daddy.
There's only one place you should go. It's the Midwest
Shin
Bank.
Daddy's got a lot of talents, and the creativity is incredible. where he comes up with all those ideas is beyond me. Tamara has to help.
We have an update before I get to Bill's Thrills, and I promise it's just one. Promise.
What do you got, Jake?
Play it. Play the song too.
Let's do it. Ashton Murphy, the newest signee, Elkhorn South. That's the one you're talking about. The one defensive lineman for Nebraska.
Nice job, Ashton. Locals matter.
6'5", 242-pound defensive lineman from Elkhorn South, Ashton Murphy.
Eat a lot.
Get some food, yeah.
Eat a lot because you got to get a little bigger, right? 242.
Yeah, if he's an inside guy, but
get up.
The number of players that started that, he's fine. He's fine.
Well,
I've told when I'm talking to recruits all the time, hey, we see you playing at this. We can tell by your body structure that you're going to be fine. Also, it's like the worst thing you can do. Movement matters. All of a sudden, people get all caught up their junior year. I got to get bigger. I got to get bigger. Also, they just get fat.
They can't.
They don't move like this. Like, no, just worry about moving. How about we get you to a really good nutritionist and strength coach here? That's how we're going to get you better. So don't you try to worry about yourself.
Don't listen to Sipple.
Yeah, don't listen.
Don't go to Arby's.
Don't go to Arby's. You can go to Arby's. You're fine.
Frings.
Just have a plan.
I love the people that are freaking out. They're saying, hey, where is Daniel Kalen at? It's 746.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's, guys. He can,
or is it? Or is it?
You are a coach. You're not supposed to do stuff like that.
He said, well, is it?
That's for...
You know what? Get a subscription to On3 right now.
Oh, how about that?
Don't get the
plug.
Yeah, I
tease. Plug.
That's for adolescents to do.
Or is it? Big Swim and give us the, or is it?
Big Swim. Swimtastic.
Swimtastic.
It is time. It
is
for Bill's Thrills on this wonderful Wednesday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
This is going to be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. And Bill, the floor is yours on a Wild Card Wednesday.
Okay, appreciate that. Lock in, Sip.
You locked in? He's probably getting updates on recruits over.
Okay, so we made a hard right turn on this one. I had something Jake had written down on the rundown about some things about signing day. Bill's been through them. So that was going to be my Bill's Thrills, that they had that in there. But we didn't quite get to some of the things. So we had something set. So now I'm turning back to it right now.
Perfect.
So I'm going to talk about signing day back in the day. This is even pre-me. Back when it was pre-me.
Ooh,
I
like
didn't
this.
catch this part of the greatness of signing day. So back in the day, you used to physically sign the players yourself. There was no fax machine, no mailing stuff in. Okay. That you physically sign yourself.
Be there.
So then, like the night before signing date, you'd be outside of the young man's house and you'd sleep in your car, and you'd wait to sign them. So you'd go to the house that next morning, and sometimes, guess what? True stories now. 5 to 6 cars outside one guy's house.
Oh boy!
And then the veteran guys were really good at. They would hide them. They would hide the recruit if they knew that they had that. They would hide them in some different location with where they were at. So they'd be at his uncle's house staying that night. And there'd be people sitting at this house, waiting at this house.
Good God.
It was incredible drama.
It
was incredible drama. And you didn't know until you got a phone call on a landline. Eric Dickerson signed. We got him. SMU, we got him. Click. There was nothing. There was none. There was no instant.
That's mayhem.
That's mayhem at the finest. Think about that back in the day. So every coach was on the road with a stack of, and they try to go, and there's not everyone was that type of drama. There might be someone who's like, no, that's just easy. We'll just buzz over to his house. We have 4 or 5 in state, and we'll go get him signed and be able to go. But they would hide him. I also did I love that visual. I did a street stay, which was something that was common back in the day. A street stay would be that, so you couldn't, so it went to unlimited calls 48 hours before signing date. So you could call, because back then you couldn't get a hold of kids. So it's unlimited calls so that you couldn't worry about getting monitor how many calls you made. And then what you would do is and also you couldn't see the kids anymore. But what you would do is so it'd be Tuesday. It's a dead period. but coaches can still be out of the office. That's not illegal. So you'd be outside their house in the street, and you'd call them. They'd look out the window, be like, "Sup," and talk to them on the phone like that, just to kind of let them know that, hey, you're our guy.
This is strange stuff.
Yeah.
Recruiting.
Yeah, street stay.
Well, you could tell recruiting stories all day. It'd be interesting to me.
But it was a fascinating time when you hear the stories of who got signed, who got worked where they thought they had him.
You don't want to get worked.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, just this. Think about this: the sickening feeling. Okay, it might come in like, okay, we're not sure he's going to do. He's going to pick a hat, or is all of a sudden going to let us know where he signs. Okay, imagine all of a sudden you think you got him and you can't find him. You go to the door, knock, no one's answering. There's no one there.
You'd be heartbroken.
And then you have to report back in like that. Hey, Coach Osborne, how's it going? Hey, good. What's going on? Yeah, not so good. You didn't get him.
Can't find him.
Yeah, I tell you,
Don't know where he's
you know
at.
where some of the good stories on the
that'd be horrifying.
The hideout stories that were really good was John Blake doing it with Switzer.
Ooh.
Those were some really, when he told those stories, were really good. About
Hideout stories.
The hideout stories. When
That is shenanigans.
Yes. Think about that. That was
I am thinking
that
about
was college football. It was college football.
Kind of awesome in a way, but I'm putting myself in the loser's shoes right now.
All of a sudden, I wonder if I always pictured that there was like 6 schools, just guys outside smoking cigarettes, like that, outside the house, just like that, like 2 a.m. What do you guys think? I don't know.
I'm tired. For one thing,
but right now, I think we got like no chance, and I'm here anyway.
Right.
Just in case.
Just in
case this happens.
Yeah,
I got a shot. But it was, you know what it was? It's better times.
Better times. Especially if you locked a guy in.
If you got him, if you're the one that had him, and you're making the calls there's someone manning landlines all day and night. You had to call back in like at 3 a.m. from, say, you're calling in from L.A.
You had somebody back there.
What's going on? We're at Aunt Jenny's. He's here. He's in the basement. We're good. Everybody be cool. We're cool. We'll get him tomorrow. But then again, there was a time slot when they could sign. They couldn't sign anything at 5 a.m. If there's a time slot when you had to be able to sign. So it just made everything very, very
tense because this matters.
Yeah.
It matters to get guys, dudes. And if you don't get them, and if you have to call Osborne a couple times, 3 times, the third time where I know I didn't get him, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the worst part about this is that the number of times that you did all that and the guy wasn't a player, that happened.
Yeah, that's another thing that happens.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens all the time. Where it's like you did all this. You did all this work. And it's like, what happened to him? Just go back and look at take Alabama's and Georgia's. Look at their signing class from 4 years ago. There'll be 10 guys you don't know they are. It's like who's this guy? That's just the number that so the key is not to miss. It's how many you miss on.
Because you're gonna miss.
You're gonna miss. You're gonna miss on guys. You're gonna sign guys. It's not.
You might miss on half.
No one's going 28 for 28.
You might miss on half.
Yeah, but if you also, it's like, how'd you do? You know what? We off that class, we signed 26 and 19 of them panned out in some
gold.
fashion. It's gold. That's when you have those unbelievable teams.
That's gold.
And especially if you can stack them year after year. It's like, you know what? That guy turned out. Then you go back and say, well, if you just go back and say, look at a roster and say, we hit on 30%. And out of that, there wasn't one that was an NFL player. That was a elite, or like you talk about, first round all Big Ten.
Yeah.
And so, but that's everywhere.
Good God.
So if you think for a second that Miami, Clemson, whoever, just look at their class from 4 years ago, and you'll be like going, I have no idea who that guy is, or he never played, transferred, whatever happened.
You're saying Miami, Clemson because they're down a little bit right now.
Well, just because I'm just saying anyone. I'm just throwing schools out. Doesn't USC, you name it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, when you talk like this, it just reaffirms what I always think. A lot of guys like me and Jake probably, we don't have the stomach for coaching. I wouldn't have the stomach for it. It's too much pressure. Kind of sound like a snowflake. But
hey, you said it, not me.
But also things come up in recruiting which are interesting. So you'd say Caleb Williams is probably the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Right? You think.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, or 3, somewhere in there. Yeah. Won a Heisman.
Yeah.
Was he a program-changing quarterback?
Well,
I'd say no.
Nope.
They were 7.
Didn't win a championship.
They were 7-5 this year. They were 7-5 at USC.
How was he at Oklahoma?
That was solid. Was good. They had the big. He came in mid-season, game 5 or 6.
USC, no, well, not a program changer.
They didn't win the league. They lost in the championship game.
Right.
Had a good year. Won a Heisman. Then this year was 7-5. So is he now? Now, was he the factor why they weren't? No, I don't think so.
No.
They couldn't play any defense. But my point is, when someone says they're a program changer, program changers only count in wins. They only count in number of wins. It's kind of like that. That's like Jaden
at LSU.
Jaden
right
Daniel,
the Heisman winner.
Yes. Is he a program changer?
I don't know. They lost 4, right?
Unbelievable player. Lost 3. I think they're 9-3. Unbelievable player.
Lost 3.
But is he a program changer at LSU? And they've won numerous national championships. Because down there, the deal is
won 4 years.
The last 3 coaches, Saban, Miles, Ogeron, all won natties. So it's about winning natties.
Hey, so what you're saying is in football, in the sport of football, it's really hard to put a program changer tag on anybody.
Yeah, when you're coming out of the gate, that's what I'm trying to say. For these young men, some say program changer. It's like, hold on, hang on a second. Now that's a lot. That's a lot to put on somebody. So yeah. I'd always push back on program changer.
We did that a little bit with Adrian Martinez, and Martinez showed me that the quarterback position, you have to have a lot more than just a good quarterback.
Yeah, you have a lot of things around you. You have to have all the things to go, because the program changing. Florida State went 13-0. They played 3 quarterbacks, 1 really good quarterback, 1 that wasn't quite ready, and 1 true freshman, and they won 13.
Yeah.
So there wasn't and even Jordan Travis, it'd be hard to say is a program. I'd probably say the program changer. He changed their program.
Yeah.
And
he got that.
He changed their program. He really did. Jordan Travis changed their program up until the 11th game when he gets hurt.
Right.
Their program changed. Florida State went from being there was a nightmare. They went through several coaches. It was awful.
Right.
It was awful. They lost to, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago? They lost to a FCS team.
Yeah, I forget who that was, but yeah,
lost to an FCS team. And that's like, so Jordan Travis is a program changer.
Pretty much a program changer.
Yeah,
their defense is really good, though.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a wonderful edition of
That
Bill's
was
Thrills, sponsored by
Back in the day, they
Dirk
would just
Scott and Ty
out there
Mid-Plains
smoking
Advisors.
cigarettes 3 a.m, waiting to see if the guy inside signs. Better times.
By the way, if you want to hear that, that and more Bill's Thrills stories, check out the podcast. It's on Sundays at 2 p.m. You can also download it on Spotify, Apple, anywhere.
Sundays at 2 p.m. So is that an hour-long show?
It is an hour-long show.
Okay, good.
So check it out. Bill's Thrills. That's sponsored by
Josh.
Acres. Of course, our segment sponsored by
Josh is a
Mid-Plains
big
Advisors.
part of putting that all together.
Thank you to
Yes.
Josh. Before we get to the game show, I'm not going to play the sounder, but I saw this from Chad Simmons of On 3. There's a lot of drama, some rumors swirling about a 5-star wide receiver, Ryan Wingo. He says no set time on when he will sign, but schools like Missouri and Nebraska are working late to see if they can flip Wingo from Texas. 5-star wide receiver.
Good God.
Ryan Wingo.
That's something to
That's
watch.
from Chad Simmons on 3. Says, I have no set time on when he will sign, but schools like Missouri and Nebraska are working late to see if they can flip Ryan Wingo, a 5-star receiver.
Where's he from?
From Texas. He's from St. Louis University. That is in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. Ryan Wingo.
Interesting.
So we'll see.
There's some drama.
There's some drama. We'll see if anything happens there. But
yeah, you can't play the sounder on that.
I'm not playing the sounder for that. I will
But
play.
we're gonna do Shut Up Sipple at the same time that
Nick did it.
that
Yeah,
Nick had it.
That's what happens on signing day. Things happen. 464-5685. Call it 8 down. Sip and
Palms
trivia. Today's a wild card Wednesday. We're not even doing signing day stuff. We're doing something totally opposite. Nebraska basketball plays tonight against North Dakota.
Nice.
At 6:30 at PBA. So how about Dakota's trivia? South Dakota,
both.
North Dakota, the
Okay.
Dakotas.
The Dakotas.
Dakota's
Okay.
trivia. That's right.
I don't feel good about this at all.
5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the takedown sip and trivia. 0-2 on the week so far.
Yeah, not good.
0-2 for you
Not
guys.
even close.
Today, again, is Dakota's trivia because North Dakota's in town. Not Dakota, not state, but North Dakota.
Yeah,
not the
I'm
Bison.
just mostly interested in what you come up with here.
We'll see what I do. We have David. David, how do you feel about Dakota's trivia today? Are you there, David? David.
Yes, sorry. You know what? I might depends. My wife is from North Dakota.
Oh, wow.
Great
I
job.
promise you I did not tease this David.
Oh, yeah, you
before.
did. Yeah,
I
this
did
was
not.
this was on the World Wide Web.
I didn't do it. All right, Bill's a lifeline for SIP for one question. As always, David, first question goes to you. What city is the University of North Dakota located in?
That is Grand Forks.
Brilliant.
Had it.
You would have had that, Bill?
Yeah, I had that.
I would not have
Good
had
job.
that if I was
I
asked
would
the
not have.
question.
I 100% would not have had that.
All right, Sip. Well, you're down 1-0. Here's your first question. What city is the University of South Dakota located in? South Dakota, USD.
Bill?
Give me a second. I'm going nuts. I can't look him. Just hang on.
calm down.
I'm trying to calm
Get a
down.
hold of yourself.
I gotta breathe.
Deep breaths. Calm.
Get a hold of yourself.
South Dakota, not South Dakota State, but South Dakota.
It's just right.
The Coyotes.
Yeah, it's Coyotes. It's red and white colors. They're just right across the border.
5 seconds. 5.
I can't believe I can't say it.
4.
I'm drawing a complete blank.
We got to say something. I'll say something.
And I've driven through the town several times.
Rapid City.
Rapid City is the guess.
No. I'm not downing it because I couldn't say it. That's insane because I know this.
Do you want that one, David, or not?
Yeah, I will, Bill. I feel like that's in your neck of the woods.
It is. Yeah, I can't.
That's Vermilion.
I have no idea how I could. It just went.
Sometimes you blank out. I understand.
Blanked out. I got like sugar. You got a cone on.
Exactly. We got things on our mind here.
Might be an age thing too.
Yeah.
All right, David.
or my ACT.
David, for the win, you're up 2-0. Last question. What town in South Dakota is former NBA basketball player Mike Miller from?
South?
Oh,
this is South Dakota.
Is it Mitchell?
Brilliant.
I don't care. I missed Vermilion is mind blowing.
No, it's okay.
It is Mitchell, South Dakota.
I don't like being dumb, and it's haunted me my whole life.
Well, you're not dumb, Bill. There's a moment there.
It's haunted me. It haunts me.
So congrats, David. We'll
I've
get
always
you
wanted to
bagels.
be smart, and I never have.
Thanks for calling in and calling down the road, David. Nice win today.
Your mom and dad are
Merry
so.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, God bless you.
Merry Christmas, David.
Merry
Right.
Christmas. Thank you.
Your mom and dad are so disappointed.
They are. It's like right now, really, you couldn't get Vermilion. I knew that.
You might get some text about that one, Bill.
No, we saw your
Tamara might text.
It's funny. No,
maybe from Shin Daddy on that one.
You've probably listened to the show. Sometimes you blank out.
I blanked out.
I mean,
it happens.
Yeah,
it happens. You want the last one?
Yeah.
Not really.
Let's race.
Fargo is the biggest city in North Dakota with a population of 127,000 people.
That big.
What city is second with 73,000 plus?
I don't know. I can't. I don't even know if I can name a city.
Bismarck.
Bismarck is. Hang on.
That's
Get
it.
this right. That's correct. A lot of buttons over there. That's right. All right, Bill, since you are great at numbers, your last thing here. According to Google Maps, how many miles is it from our studio here at 1040 O Street to the Fargo Dome in Fargo, where the Bison play?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I need miles here.
Okay.
From right here to the Fargo Dome.
389.
Sip.
I got to do some math quick. This only take a second.
What math are you doing?
Just give me a second, please.
Can I change it to 414?
You can.
Okay, 414.
414 is the guess. What are you going there, Sip?
Okay, 414, huh? I'm gonna go slightly under.
476. 400. It is a 6 hours and 36-minute drive, apparently.
Okay.
But 476 miles.
Sip. I'm going to Grand Island right now.
No way.
Going to Grand Island right now. Going to the what's the event center that's tied on to Bonner Park?
The Heartland Event Center.
Yes. That's
The
what I'm
Heartland
doing.
Event Center.
Doing a speaking engagement out there. Trying to spread. I'm trying to spread the word about the ticket.
You're not leaving right now, are you?
Yes.
We have the spillover.
I'm leaving.
He's got to go. We'll see Bill tomorrow.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with my grandma and grandpa with it.
I know it. That's is there a mall there?
Yeah, the Conestoga Mall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I've been there. The spillover's next and early break in the ticket.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2024 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try the Cubano panini with ham, applewood smoked pork loin, and more. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Apace Foundation. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Welcome to the Tyler Family Christmas Letter. The most exciting thing to happen this year is that we're giving Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets as gifts. They're fast, fun, and easy. We're thrilled about it. Oh yeah, our daughter had triplets and our son graduated from Harvard. From the Tylers, have yourself a classic little Christmas with Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets.
Top prize odds vary by game. At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit Union on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover with Chris Raph. Today, the Spillover is sponsored by Members Own Credit Union. Set the stage for success. Get a rewards credit card with low rates and dazzling member services. Locations in Lincoln and Beatrice. Learn more at membersowncu.org. Members Own Credit Union are proud sponsors of Early Signing Day here on the Ticket. Raph, good to see you.
Good morning.
Raph, are you excited about signing day? And what are you guys going to talk about regarding signing day? What are your angles?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear the fax machine a couple more times, but man, it was so good to wake up this morning and to see Mr. Raiola already signed up and ready to go.
One. Not just us, but the very first signee today.
Because I was not up for any high drama at the end of the day and Georgia making a late push or something.
No,
anything
God,
like that.
no.
I was
no.
So yeah, that was nice. And then I think from a strategic standpoint for Nebraska, having him the very first person that they announced and signed, I think that looks good.
Significant.
And then, there's like maybe that talk of Mr. Wingo maybe being swayed.
Yep, Ryan Wingo from
and
St. Louis, Texas commit, 5-star receiver.
And I think making that announcement that Raiola is the first person signed in the class, I think that can sway him even more.
Well, what could sway people is the sound of a beautiful fax machine.
Ooh.
That's what I've been told, at least.
There it is.
And we've got 3 of them we have not addressed yet in the time of the game show and Bill's Thrills. Here's your names to mark down there, Sip, for official letters of intent signed for the Huskers. We had mentioned Ashton Murphy before we got to Bill's Thrills. Since then, Keelan Smith, who you considered a sleeper, right?
Kind of.
Is that what's did
Kind
Sean
of.
say that too?
Tight end from Liberty, Missouri.
I think he was the Missouri Gatorade Player of the Year or whatever.
Yeah, so he's not a total sleeper.
Got it.
I'm marking him off my
That's
list.
Neil
here.
Smith.
Yeah, got a good dad there.
6'3", 200 from Liberty, Missouri for Keelan Smith. Okay, a couple more that have signed since we last got to this. We've got Eric Ingwerson, the tight end.
Yep, Papio.
From Papua Vista, 6'7", 245 pounds.
Yep.
Eric Ingwerson, a 3-star prospect, has signed with Nebraska. And then one more, we also have Ian Flint. Another tight end, right?
Nice.
Yep.
Yep.
How many tight ends do they have right now?
They have 3. I think 3 in the class or 4. 3 in the class. But those are good. Good job, Jake.
Should make sure I get them all signed off here. Anybody else I'm missing here? Hang on a second. Anybody? That's what I got. That's the update as of right now. Nope, one more just happened right now.
All right,
okay, we
sound it.
We got to play it.
Bring it.
How about a big man, Jake Peters, lineman? Let's see where he's at on here.
From
Jake
Iowa.
Peters from Cedar Falls, Iowa.
Yep.
Jake is a 3-star lineman, 6'3", 265 pounds. So Jake Peters is the next signee for Husker football. What is a very busy day. As I mentioned in the last segment, Chad Simmons of On3 reporting that Ryan Wingo, 5-star wide receiver, current commit to Texas, is considering, he doesn't know when he's going to sign today, per Chad Simmons, but late pushes by Missouri and Nebraska are what's maybe holding up a commitment there from Ryan Wingo or a signing of him. So if Nebraska landed a 5-star receiver in the same class as a 5-star quarterback, I'm not sure you can contain this state.
It'd be the biggest news of the day. I mean, in a big news week, that would be the biggest news of the day for sure. And you need those. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's not small. It's not small news. I mean, these are the type of players you have to get you in the top 3 of the Big Ten. I mean, we also talked about earlier, who do you think the top 3 recruiting classes are in the Big Ten right now? Well, it's always the same, right? Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State.
Yep.
You got to get up to that level or get close to that level if you want to be one of those programs. We want Nebraska to be Nebraska again, what it used to be. Well, there's only one way you do it. You got to get guys like Raiola.
Yep.
I mean, I would say like Wingo, like Carter Nelson, like Bricks, top players in the States. That's what you're talking about. It doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen by magic.
Nope.
It's what does Bill always say? The most important job of any coach is talent the procurement of talent.
Correct.
It's not just a cute little stories and magic that wins Big Ten titles. You know what those teams. You saw what Michigan looked like when they came in here. What that team look like to you, Raph? They came into Lincoln.
Nasty.
Yeah, big, nasty, tough.
That was, at this point, that was their best game of the year when they came to Nebraska. I mean, they had played all home games so far, right?
Yeah, they're pretty easy schedule.
They beat Rutgers before that, and then they, Nebraska. 28.
Jim had come back.
Was it 28 zip at halftime?
Yeah, Jim came back for that game. He was back on the sideline for the first time, right?
And you thought, hey, it kind of looks sloppy so far. Maybe Nebraska's a chance to hang, but no, they came out and from kickoff, from the first kickoff to the end, last play of the half, they absolutely drilled Nebraska.
Well, we know all the result, but the important thing is, what did that team look like? That's what you got to get to. Rule knows that. He said it the other day to McAfee. He said, when Nebraska walks out on the field, you want to say, ooh, that's a big look at that.
Right when they get off the bus.
Team. Yeah.
That was kind of like the same with Iowa this year. Their defensive line. You saw their defensive line. You're like, whoa.
Right. And that, it wasn't even a vintage Iowa defensive line, but no, I'm with you. I kept watching them against Nebraska, just looking at their, just the shape of their guys.
Yep.
God, they do look good.
Yeah.
That's a tough defense and a good looking defense. And Michigan's like that. And Penn State's like that. Ohio State's like that. Got to get to be like that.
Just to plug again as we get out of here, keep tuned all day because there'll be news all day. We'll have the Matt Rule. We will not play it live, but Matt Rule press conference at 11:30. We'll have audio from that throughout the day as you get updates on all the different players who've committed. Maybe some news there in terms of guys. We mentioned, a couple guys to watch out here for any time soon would be Vincent Shavers, the linebacker from Miami, soon to make an announcement there in terms of where he's going. Nebraska seems like it might be the favorite there. Larry Tarver, another defensive back, Miami, announces also now he's between Nebraska and Maryland. And Amari Sanders, defensive back, Miami, announces at 11 a.m. So those are guys to watch out for today. Again, Matt Rule, 11:30. Dylan Raiola has his press conference at 12:30. He's already signed, though. There's no drama in terms of where he's going. He's in for Nebraska. So don't worry. Deep breath. Just him with his crowd of people celebrating the commitment to the Huskers. But once again, our coverage of signing day is sponsored by Members Own Credit Union. Locations in Lincoln and Beatrice. Learn more at membersowncu.org. That will do it for us, for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Swords in the Drive with Raph Nadzi is next. See ya.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of early National Signing Day, sponsored by Members Own Credit.